Shalom, Yasharala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahasham, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. That is to say, all praise to Yahweh, in the name of the anointed Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai being the name of the man that the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Today is going to be a short lesson, I anticipate. Salakia. It's already running late. I've had a busy day, even from finishing work. I've only just really gotten home. It's just been a busy day. I've still got more things to do. I'm traveling tomorrow, so I need to pack. Got a lot of things going on, so it's going to be a short one, but nonetheless, we're here and we're doing these back to basics. Cannot neglect these back to basics, because there's people who are just coming into this truth now. These last minute Israelites, man, who need to get up to speed, and Lord willing, if they come across this channel, this can provide that service, or whatever means anyway. Maybe you've got a new family. Like I said in the last video, it's whatever means. But the bottom line is we can't neglect these back to basics. So we're not going to. So I want to go over something so simple, which is that a new day begins at sundown. It doesn't begin at 12 o'clock midnight. Lord willing, you'll realize, you'll be saying, but 12 o'clock midnight, that's when a new day begins. Lord willing, by the end of this, it'll make sense, or it won't make sense, that a new day begins at 12 o'clock midnight. You'll think, yeah, why 12 o'clock midnight? In the middle of the night? Like, what's that all about? Why? It makes sense when the sun goes down, that's the end of a day. But for people just coming out of the Edomite philosophy, that might sound a little bit shaky or a little bit crazy. But we're going to prove it, right? Because what Esau, the Edomites, the so-called white man has done, Salakia. What Esau, the Edomites, the so-called white man has done, has changed these times, right? He's changed times, he's changed laws, just like it says in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time, and times, and the dividing of time. So he shall think to change times and laws. That's why now it's lawful. You can eat. What did they do in Christianity? They say you can eat abominable foods. They changed that law. They changed the Sabbath day from Saturday to Sunday. They changed that law. You couldn't be a homosexual before. Now it's come as you are. They changed that law, right? They are changing the laws, right? That's why all these countries, a lot of countries now in the West, you can be a homosexual, you can marry the same sex, you can eat shrimp, crab, and lobster, you can defile the Sabbath day, you can do all these things, you can sleep with your neighbor's wife, and it's not a crime, right? It's still offensive, but it's not criminal in this current world. So he changes laws, but he also changes times, right? He changed when a new day begins, he changed that. He changed when the new year is. He changed that. It doesn't make sense for the new year to start in the dead of winter. The new year, the actual new year, as the Most High had ordained it, begins at springtime, when life comes back to the earth, when the greenery comes back to the trees, the animals come out of hibernation, and the earth starts coming back to life. That's when the new year begins, not in the dead of winter when everything's dead. That doesn't make sense. That's idol worship. There's a New Year's video earlier on this channel. Lord willing, if you can find that, when we go deep into that. We're probably going to go over it again as New Year rolls around, so-called New Year. But it says that they shall be given into his hand until a time, and times, and the dividing of time. So when the times divide, when it's time from Esau's world to end and Jacob's world to begin, that dividing of time, until then it's going to be in his hand to do that, right? It says, I'll read it again, it says, and they shall be given into his hand until a time, and times, and the dividing of time. So until the dividing of time from his world to ours, that's just the way it's going to be, right? But we have to get back to it, because the Most High is the one who's decided these days. Let me get Sirach chapter 33. He's the one who says whether a day is special or not, and decides the difference. 33, verse 7. Why doth one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun? So every day looks the same. It just looks the same, right? The sun rises and sets on every day, And there's no big message in the sky saying, this is the Sabbath day, this is Passover. No, it just looks the same. It says the light of every day is of the sun. It's just the same sun up and down, the same light. Everything looks the same, right? So he's saying, why does one day excel another when it all just looks the same? There's no literal, like, visual difference between days. It says, by the knowledge of the Lord they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts. So he's the one who, by his knowledge, he distinguished these days. He altered feasts and seasons, right? He altered Passover, Pentecost, from just a regular day. From your birthday, for example. You want to celebrate your birthday? Well, the Most High never said that was a special day. He actually killed Job's children for celebrating birthdays. He killed Job's children for celebrating birthdays, and the only time we see birthday celebration outside of that one Israelite case, I believe, is just heathens keeping their birthdays. I believe Pharaoh kept his. There was a heathen, a Greek. I'm not sure which king it was at the time. We'll have to get back into Maccabees. But when they was doing, it's in 2nd Maccabees chapter 6 verse 6, or it might be 1st Maccabees chapter 1. But basically they get into, when they do the monthly sweeps to destroy the Bibles, that it was a certain king's, it was his birthday, but it was the anniversary of his birthday each month. So the only times when we see people keeping birthdays outside of Job's children who died for keeping their birthdays is when heathens keep them, like Pharaoh and this Greek king. So the Most High never said your birthday is special. He said these other days are special. Let me read that again. Sirach chapter 33 verse 7. Why doth one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun? So every day looks the same. Why does one excel another? It says, by the knowledge of the Lord they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts. So he said the Sabbath day is special amongst the other days, even though it looks the same as every day. It's the same sun, it's the same, everything looks the same. Visually there's no difference, but the Lord made that day special, the Sabbath day special. He made Pentecost special, he made Passover special, he made tabernacles special, he made trumpets special. He made these days special, and made the other days just normal days. We're going to read that in a second. But he didn't make your birthday special. He didn't make Christmas special. He didn't make New Year's special. He didn't make Halloween special. He didn't make Easter special. This is what the Edomites, when it says that they changed times and laws, that's their feasts. That's their holy days. And like we say in Torah Monday, we're getting back to our heritage. Forget, Esau knows how to do Halloween and Easter and all these things. Leave them to it. Let them do that. That's their thing. You need to get back to your heritage, which is keeping these laws, not doing someone else. Why, as a people, why the hell are you doing someone else's heritage? It doesn't make sense, but let's get back to it. Verse 9, some of them hath he made high days and hallowed them. So some of them he's made special days, holy days, and some of them hath he made ordinary days. Guess what? Your birthday is just another day. Just an ordinary day. He didn't say your birthday was special. He didn't hallow that and make it holy. He didn't say thou shalt celebrate thy birth each year. No, he never said that. Your birthday is not special, right? On your birthday, you make yourself an idol. Everyone has to worship you for the day and bring you presents and gifts, right? That's idolatry. And once again, there's another, I believe on this channel, I also have earlier on a birthday video. I might, if I don't, then I'm going to bring that soon, Lord willing. Says, so there's more on that, and it is fire, but it's off topic. So we're going to get back to like the new year. For example, let me get Exodus chapter 12. The new year is not in the dead of winter, right? This is Exodus chapter 12. So this is just after Salakia, Exodus chapter 12. Oh no, I want 13, but I do want 12 as well. In fact, we're just going to jump straight to 13. It says the same thing, basically, but it says more. So, this is Exodus chapter 13, verse 3. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which ye came out from Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of hand the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leaven leavened bread be eaten. This day came ye out in the month Abib. So, what does it say? There was one. Was it chapter 14? There was one verse. It said, "It shall be the beginning of months to you." Was that in Exodus 12? Yeah. Salakia. Yeah. This is how that's what I want to bring out. This is Exodus chapter 12, verse 2. Okay. We're back on track. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Right? So the month Abib is the first month for us. Now Abib is in the springtime. Right? The first new moon of spring, which is, if we keep Passover around March, April time, according to the moon cycle. The first new moon in spring, that's the beginning of the year. That's the end and beginning of the year. That first new moon is the first day, right? Because we do months by new moons. This is back to basics. We do months by new moons. When it's a new moon, that's a new month, right? And because that's why the moons are on 28 to 30 day cycles, right? So we do when it's a new moon, when the moon is completely black and there's no crescent at all, that's a new moon. That's when the month begins. But Esau changed that, and he made his own months. He made his own new year, right? This is what I'm saying. They changed times and laws, and that's them speaking great words against the Most High, right? So they changed the beginning of a day to 12 o'clock midnight, when you don't have to look. You have to look no further than Genesis chapter 1 to see that is not the way that the Lord ordained it. Remember, he distinguished these days. He chose how this is going to go. Not Esau, not the so-called white man. He did not choose how this goes. He didn't choose how it works. He didn't choose the real natural clock that the Most High set for us, right? The heavens is our clock and calendar, man. It really is. So, let me show you. Look no further than Genesis chapter 1, verse 5. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first days. So the day begins at evening. When the sun sets, that's when the day begins. Now, the sun setting, this is something I struggled with when I first came into the truth. I used to because brothers that know me will probably know I say a lot of the time I say better safe than sorry. If you're unsure about a certain law, if you think that doing something is going to transgress a law, but you don't really know, you're better safe than sorry. You're better off just not doing it, right? So, but don't destroy yourself with that, of course. Be diligent and find out, but just haste. Don't be so hasty to do it. Do your due diligence. But I always say better safe than sorry. So what I used to do when I didn't understand how sundown really worked, according to the days that the Most High set, when it's sundown, it doesn't mean that it's complete darkness. Because what I used to do in order to keep the Sabbath day and make sure that I didn't break the Sabbath day for a second is, as soon as the sun set, like if you go into your weather app, it says sundown at, let me say, like 5:25 or whatever time, it'll say that when the sunset is. I used to start from there when it wasn't dark yet. It's still light outside, but the sun has set. And then I wouldn't finish my Sabbath until it was completely dark the next day, right? So I was literally making sure that I didn't miss a beat. But when the sun actually sets and it's still light, and I didn't stop keeping the Sabbath and resting until it was completely dark, just to make sure better safe than sorry. But now I know, and I can share with you that it's not when it's complete darkness. It's just when the sun sets. When the sun sets, it's still a little bit light outside. Do your diligence. Do your due diligence to find out what that looks like. Like I say, your weather app, if you have an iPhone, it will tell you, or you can Google it. Google your area, your town. When does the sun set in X town, city, whatever. And yeah, just know that it's not when it's complete darkness. But when the sun sets, that's the beginning of a new day, because the sun has gone down on this day, so the day has ended. So the day actually begins as the night time comes, and then it ends when the sun goes down, right? So that's us setting that straight. That's back to basics. How long was we rolling for? 15 minutes, yeah, not the longest, but it's not about it being a long video. It's about edification. And like I say, I managed to squeeze this in. All praises to the Most High, of course. I haven't even got changed out my work clothes yet. I'm still in this damn work jumper that's all destroyed, and it's my work jumper for a reason, you feel me? Haven't even finished packing for tomorrow. But all praise to the Most High, he managed to allow me to squeeze this in. Let me not say manage, because we can't limit him. I managed to squeeze this in by the grace of the Most High God. So with that, I want to say Kal Halal Yahweh Ba'asham Hamashiach Malaki Awashai. Shalom.